Hey there, folks. I'm Charlotte, the Gulf Coast Granny, and tonight I'm doing a special project, and I am joining with Creative Grandma, who is another crochet YouTuber, and she is raising 2,500 soap sacks to donate to an organization called SACK, S-A-C-K. No, it's just SACK. It's one SACK, S-A-C-K. Uh, and They give these soap sacks with a bar of soap in it to homeless people, to veterans, to really anybody who needs it, people in emergency situations, etc. And I just thought that I would donate as many as I could possibly make, without going crazy. And I've got one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 balls of yarn here. This is I Love This Cotton from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to make these soap sacks until I can't make them anymore. Um, I'm sorry, I'm counting. If you're interested in donating your own set of soap sacks, um, you can go to her. Hey, Terry, you can go to her Creative Grandma's YouTube channel, and there's a ton of information there. And there is also information at soapsacks.com. And, if you don't want to send them to Creative Grandma, it's not necessary. You can send them directly to, I got to plug in my computer, y'all. You can send them directly to soapsacks.com. There's an address and everything that you can send them to. You don't have to send the soap. There are other folks who are donating the soap as well. They get donations of all sorts between these things. Also, I wanted to remind everybody that if you do go to soapsacks.com, there are different patterns for these soap sacks. Um, and for those of you who don't know what a soap sack is, it is just a crocheted, kind of like a enclosed washcloth that you put your soap in, and you can use the soap inside the sack as a combination soap and washcloth, or you can take it out, use your thing, and just use it to store your soap. And I think that for people who are going through a hard time, uh, can't buy hygiene items with their EBT, or they're in a situation like in North Carolina where those folks were in the floods and they lost everything they had. Sometimes the only thing they want to do is take a bath and have some dignity, and feel clean and start the day kind of fresh. And I know I would. That a bath would be something I would want to do under those circumstances. So, um, I think this will help a ton of people. Hey, Jackie, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming in and joining me tonight on the live stream. I'm making soap sacks that I'm going to send to Creative Grandma. She's only got 500 and her goal is 2,500. So I figured I'll do a little bit of my part. Everybody else could do their part, and that lady will have as many soap sacks as she wants to donate. You haven't had a cigarette since noon? Yes, that's wonderful, Terry. I'm so, so, so proud of you. That I know how hard that is. I really do. I wish you much success. And you the first 3 days is the worst. After that, it's not so bad. So if you can get through the first 3 days, and you've already gotten through one day, one and a half almost. So in one and a half more days, it won't be as bad as it is today. And every day that passes after that will get easier and easier. And I'll tell you this, don't think that you're immune, because the first one is always the hardest if you try to do it again. That first one is the hardest. The rest come easy. So don't try your best not not to succumb to all that anxiety and stuff that you're having now, because it don't last forever. It really doesn't. So what I was saying earlier is that if you go to soapsacks.com, there is a bunch of patterns on there that you can use. I'm just doing the simplest pattern that they have, um, to get as many done as possible, and that's my goal. But if you wanna make they've got some cute ones and some pretty ones and, you know, all that stuff. So if you can get as elaborate as you wanna get with these things. I just chose to go the easy route and quantity over quality. You're on the patch and not oh, that's good. That's good. I've heard that the patch works really good for some people. Well, y'all, Poppy got the garden fence up this weekend, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I've only got 3 more beds to put together. So that means he put 4 together. Between him and my son and me, um, putting those galvanized metal beds together is not near the picnic that it looks like. You make soap savers and you like that. You know, I have one for my son that I made. He likes that Sasquatch soap, and he took it camping with him with the Boy Scouts, and I think it didn't make it home. So I may end up making one of these for him too. Hey, God's Desire, how are you doing? I'm doing some charity work tonight, making soap sacks for an organization called SACS, and I forget what that stands for. Let me tell you in just a second. Um, Supporting a community with kindness is what SACS stands for. And they do volunteer work at food pantries. There was a well, let me read this to you. It says Stacy Weiner, founder of SAC, discovered through volunteering at food pantries that there was a lack of essential toiletries available. One key reason is that people are not able to use government subsidies such as food stamps to purchase them, to purchase the items, hygiene items. Um, when it comes to deciding on whether to eat versus buy soap and shampoo, the choice becomes simple. So in September 2017, SAC was started as a grassroots effort to help address this need while connecting people from all over the world interested in crocheting or knitting soap sacks and then donating them with a bar of soap in each one to homeless shelters, food pantries, relief efforts, veterans clinics, and social service agencies. Um, hang on, y'all, I'm looking at two things at once. Since starting SAC, we estimate that over 450,000 soap sacks have been distributed by volunteers in every state in the US, as well as Asia, Australia, Europe, and Canada. The response has been overwhelmingly positive with over 9,500 Facebook and 2,500 Instagram followers. There is a definite need for toiletries throughout the underserved population. Hmm. A soap sack is a little sack that you put soap in, and you can use it as a washcloth, and you can dry your soap in it and use it again the next day. assuming you have water. So I was going to start another cardigan tonight, and I thought, no, I'll wait on that because I bet y'all are tired of seeing cardigans. And I know you look, if you're like me, you're tired of anything of seeing that silly blanket I'm still working on. Um, yeah, I don't want to talk about the blanket. um, I want to do another cardigan, but I think I'm gonna have to buy some yarn for it. Um, and now that Joann's is closed, I can't use that amazing Lucky Bamboo yarn that I absolutely love, and I don't know where I'm gonna find any more. I know that Hobby Lobby has a bamboo selection, but after reading the reviews, I don't know if I want to use it. I've got 4 skeins of Hobby Lobby's bamboo, but they say it's real splitty, and that might be a pain. That's the consensus on the reviews anyway. Um, she said, okay. I'm glad that this particular soap sack is turning out bigger than I thought it was going to. Because, y'all, bars of soap are really big nowadays. The one I made my son was kind of custom made because those Sasquatch soaps are square. So I tried to make him a square bag to put them in. And I think it ended up being a little bit too small. I like this though for round bars of soap because you can kind of, lather it up inside the bag. You're working on your knitted shawl. I call it the shawl of imperfection. And it is going to be fantastic, God's desire. I saw your perfect knitting, and I was so green with envy. I really, really, really want to learn to knit. Try what, Jackie? Try knitting? God's desire, I think if you put your mind to it, you'll be able to make the most beautiful imperfection shawl that has ever been posted on Instagram. Here we go. It's funny, when I started using these skeins of yarn a few years back, I was making oh gosh, what do you call it? Like a bobble stitch blanket. It was a baby blanket. And I used every single color of the rainbow. And I started every one of these skeins from the outside instead of from the inside. And now I'm kind of regretting it. At the time, I just put it in a bowl and let it flop around as I pulled on it. And it here at this table is kind of annoying. That's okay. I'm gonna stop and count my stitches here in a second. Make sure I'm not off. Yeah, that website, soapsacks.com, it has some really cute patterns and some really pretty patterns. But I just decided to go the quick, simple route so that I could make as many as possible. I think I'm gonna try to get them all in the mail on Friday. Yeah, I could do that tomorrow maybe. I'm not gonna do You think I should do it tonight? I don't even know where that thing is. Honey, do you know where my yarn winder is? Where is it? No, it's not. Oh, yes, it is. I'll be darned. Look at there. Well, I found it. Poppy knew where it was all along. It was where I left it. It just wasn't screwed to the, to the shelf like I had it, so I didn't see it. Okay, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Perfect. Now, how many rows? I got to look back at the pattern, y'all. Oh, fiddlesticks. Where is it? Shut the front door. I've lost the patterns. Yikes. Pattern resources. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Before I get off of here tonight, I'm gonna put this page up on my screen, and that way y'all can check it out if you want to. I'll go through it a little bit. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 2 more, and then the final row. Y'all, these are super simple to make. You're welcome, God's desire. Yeah, I think we were gonna put the weed cloth out in the garden today when Poppy got home, but he ended up having to go pick up some things. And when he got back, he wanted to go out there and do it. And I told him, I said, it's been raining all day today. I mean, crazy rain, hard rain, and it's real soggy out there. And I told him, I said, I do not feel like wallowing around in the mud. So I think that we should wait until tomorrow when things dry up a little bit, and we'll get the once the weed cloth is down, the only thing that we'll have to do is finish building the other 3 beds, load them up with soil, and build a gate and attach it, and it'll be done, completely done. Can you believe that? Now, it won't be pretty yet, but it'll be really functional. We still have to add the arbor to the back row, and I decided not to put a gate in the back, and we widened the gate in the front. So we're going to be able to use 24 whole feet of that back fence line as an arbor. And I'm really, really happy about that. I bought 3 blueberry bushes this weekend, 2 called Hello Darling. And Poppy and I searched high and low for those. We finally found them on Sunday, an hour away. And we got there about 5 minutes after they opened up and went straight in there, grabbed them, and ran. The other blueberry bush I bought is called I Declare. It's from the Southern Living collection. I just really wanted them. I have 3 other ones, but they're not growing really great right now. So we're going to dig them up and put them in pots. And I'm going to grow all my blueberry bushes in pots. I also got my tree ordered, my nectarine. I did that last week. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. But I got that done. And then yesterday, I was browsing Home Depot, looking at plants, blah, blah, blah. And I found a dwarf Comeas pear tree. And I'm like, oh my God, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. So I bought it. And I just got notification a little bit ago that it has shipped and it should be here by April 1st. So I'm really excited about that. Uh, I don't know what other kind of trees I want. I would like to have a mini orchard in this yard eventually. Uh, And at my age, I don't have, I feel like I don't have 5 to 10 years for a tree to start producing fruit. So I bought the biggest ones I could get. The what do you call it? The camise pear. It only came in one size, so I bought it. I think it's going to be between 2 and 3 feet tall. So it might take a while for that to produce. But the nectarine tree that I bought is going to be 7 to 8 feet tall. And that really it shouldn't take more than a year or two for it to start producing. Oh, the lemons. Ugh, they didn't have the lemon tree at my farm store that I wanted. I was so dang disappointed. Um, but I did get on a call list. They're gonna call me whenever some come in so I can go out there and get them. I just want a Meyer lemon tree, that's it. And oh, well, that's not true. I just lied to you. I want a Meyer lemon tree and a Owari Satsuma. And then I think I'll have just about all the trees I want. Would I love to have an apple tree? Definitely. Do I think apple trees will really grow down here? No. No, I don't. Um, so I don't know if I'm gonna do the expense of an apple tree. I might get a crab apple and put it in the front yard. And then if I decide to get an apple tree one day, put an apple tree in the front yard. But you know what'll happen if I put an apple tree in the front yard? Everybody and their mother will see it and want to come pick my apples. Now, I don't mind giving somebody apples if they need them or want them, but I want enough for us. Of course, I could plant the crab apple in the front and then put the eaten apple in the back, kind of close to the front on the fence line. Um, but now I've been researching crab apples, and now that's a really handy thing to have. I caught the Stark Brothers sale and got a dwarf Granny Smith, a Honey Crisp, a Bartlett pear for 18.16 each, and 50 strawberry plants. Oh, God's desire. Do you post pictures of your garden online too? It's Jackie, it says that it is a self-pollinator, but that having an extra one to pollinate is a good idea for extra fruit production, and also it improves the flavor of the pears. So I will probably get a second one. I just can't do it this pay period. I've got to wait another couple of pay periods before I go tree crazy again. And it might come to having to order them in the fall and then just wait till they come in the spring next year. It might come down to that. Of course, now that I have the ones I want, if I just go to Home Depot or Lowe's and get a dwarf tree, I think that'll be okay too. Yeah, you got a really great deal, God's Desire. Well, you know that. You know you did. Let me see what stitch is next. I'm going to look at this pattern real quick. It says chain 1, single crochet in each stitch around. And at the end of row 11, chain 14 and make a little loop. Okay, okay. I can do that. Sorry about my arm being in the way. You know what? You haven't updated it in a while. That's all right. I'm going to move this over to my hands. I really love this color. I don't love all the colors I brought out here, but all of this yarn is like scrap yarn. Not really scrap, but just leftover that I didn't use all of, let's put it that way. Because I mean, I've got whole balls of yarn here that only has a little bit taken off of it. So I can make a lot. I wish I could grow the Granny Smith down here, but according to Stark Brothers, it's a wrong zone. They go down to 8 and I'm in 9. And there's only like 3 different ones that I can, I can grow the Anna, the Enheim, and another one that I can't. Dorset, golden Dorset. Those will grow here, but I don't know of any others that will grow here. And Anna is used as a pollinator in a lot of other places. I know that. I've been looking for Granny Smith. Okay. No, I'm glad you were able to get that. Super glad. Well, I got my nectarine from Tai in Georgia, Tai Nursery, and I looked them up on the map, and they're only like 2 hours from where my dad lives. It's basically on the way to Dad's house, which I thought was kind of cool. Okay, here we are at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm going to go backwards with it. And then I got the Comise pear from it's called Online Orchards through Home Depot. But Online Orchards also has their own website, and people seem to be relatively happy with it. It's a nursery out in California somewhere. But now they don't sell any citrus, which is unfortunate. Oh, I wanted to let you know, I decided to try to germinate some Virginia Sweets tomatoes. I forget whose live I was on, and I was talking about the best tomato I'd ever eaten in my whole life, and it was that one. And I have some seeds here, and I knew I had them. Well, I came across them the other day, so I put them in paper towels over here. Look, there they are. Now, they haven't germinated yet, but I've only had them in there about 3 days. And what I'm thinking about doing is the same thing I did with my lips. This is my lipstick pepper. Oh, I guess I ought to, this is my lipstick pepper. And I just potted it up tonight because some of the seeds were not germinated yet in the paper towel, but they were swelling and you could tell they were about to. So I went ahead and put them in here. Hey, Thrifty Crocheter, thanks for coming in tonight. I've seen a few other channels also making soap sacks. Yeah, there's a YouTuber named Creative Grandma, and she's doing a soap sack drive. She wants to send 2,500 of them to the soap sack organization. And so far, she's only collected, I think, 500, close to 500. And so I thought I would do a few and send them out, do as many as I can this week and send them out to her. Because, I mean, I've got the yarn, might as well. I've got the yarn and the time. I'm going to go ahead and weave that. I'm going to pull some amigurumi tricks. close that hole up tight. Our neighbors are stupid. That's the second time that's happened tonight. Did y'all hear that car alarm go off? Good grief. Come on, come on, come on, come on. So anyhow, that's what I did with my peppers, and I'm thinking about doing the same thing with the Virginia sweets. And I don't have illusions of grandeur, I promise. I'm not under any delusion that they will grow and live through until they can produce again in fall, but I just wanna grow it, find out how far I can get with it. I mean, I'm already, what, 8 weeks behind as far as getting it started, but we'll see what happens. We'll just have to see what happens. I figure I can put it in the ground when it's 4 weeks old, and it will be completely warm enough outside for it just to take off. And it is a, I don't know, I'll tell you right now. Virginia sweet days to maturity. It's an 80-day tomato. Now, it's probably not. It's probably 85 or 90. But there's that. I don't think I want to use that color this time. What color? Let's do this color. I don't like that color either. Let's see, do this color. This yarn is so beat up. It's just faded a little bit. I think it'll be okay. If not, maybe it's just dusty. I've had it in a tote under my bed for probably 5 years.
Call me a hoarder.
Did y'all hear Poppy? He said, and y'all call me a hoarder. Um, hey, seventh son, how are you doing, Steve? Oh, not today, Satan. Text Logan and tell him I'm doing a live stream, please. How did I know my girlfriend thought I was invading her privacy? She wrote about it in her diary. Y'all, this is my friend Steve. He's been a supporter of my channel for a very long time, and he is the dad joke dude. And I can't help but laugh every time he posts one. Hey, Miss Gail, how are you? Did you get the email I sent you after we had our exchange this afternoon? Let's see. 1, 2. I did that wrong. Let's see. Because, Miss Gail, I got your envelope right here with your Korean melon seeds on it, but I don't have an address to put on it. I got to get in touch with Robin too and find out what her address is so I can send her hers. I buy my citrus farms in South Carolina. You know what? Do they have a website? See, citrus is a funny thing, and a lot of places won't allow it to be shipped in. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Is really interesting. Um, the next row is going to feel like row 3. Oh no, what happened? Okay, guys, I had a little bit of a technical difficulty on my computer. So I'm just going to sit here and crochet until I can get it turned back on, okay? Can you hear me okay? Wesley,
What's wrong?
I can't see anything. Can they hear me okay? You're not even looking, are you? It's all right. Here we go. Here we go. Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you. Okay. Well, that didn't work out like I wanted it to. I thought you could hear me because I have the other mic on. I have the one on the computer turned off. But let me see. So anyhow, this is a different way of making a circle than what I'm used to, but I kind of like it. I hope you have a very good night's sleep, Jackie. And I'll see you. Are you coming on tomorrow night? Jackie, tell everybody when your channel it goes live. Well, I'm trying to guess, Izzy, but I'm a terrible guesser. I mean, I could say because you have you were trying to snort your medicine instead of take it. I don't know. No. How about the dog ate it? Probably pop up during the day. Okay, okay. I'll see. I was there for your live stream today. I just didn't say nothing because I was doing dishes and I was elbow deep in laundry too. But I watched it. You kept me company while I was doing my work. Let's see, Izzy. I don't know why you were. Let's see. Did you have the COVID, Izzy? Oh, for the love of Pete. Are you kidding me? That did not even cross my mind. Not even a little bit. Congratulations, Izzy. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. How crazy is that? See, I don't think about that anymore because I don't, I'm just not at that stage of life anymore. Now, if you would have been my daughter living here, I probably would have known something was up. Oh my goodness. Well, congratulations. My regular lives are, oh, this is from Jackie, y'all. My regular lives are Wednesday and Thursday and Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern and maybe Saturday. So make sure y'all watch. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Perfect. That's what I'm after. And now on this next row, you do the same thing all over again. Crochet 1 and then 2, 1 and then 2. It's crazy. I never seen anybody do it like that before. But it's working. It's working great. Izzy, I'm so happy for you. And now at least you know you're not crazy. You know, look, let me tell you what happened to me when I got pregnant with my daughter. This is the craziest thing in the world. Um, I was kind of in a mood that day. This well, I'll tell you why I was in a mood. I was in a mood because Poppy had a work event. It was a Christmas party that we were supposed to go to, and I hate going to those things because I don't like schmoozing and putting on my happy face and pretending that, all I just don't like it. I don't like schmoozing like that. So, um, hang on just a second. I mean, I know how, but it's just not in me anymore. I used to have to do it a lot, and I just don't like doing it. So anyhow, I was dreading going to this party, and it was this week, the weekend. It was going to be on the weekend. So for those of you who don't know, in order for me and Poppy to have children together, I had to get my fallopian tubes put back together because I had had them tied after my fifth son, or my fifth child. And so we did that surgery. I didn't think it was going to work. Good Lord, I was 38 years old. I just did it, because, well, why not? We wanted to see if we could have one more child. And we were already raising 5. So anyhow, this morning I woke up. It was probably 2 days before the party. And I needed to buy a dress, and I needed to do this, and I needed to pay the water bill. So I'm not thinking. I go to the water bill office and try to pay them in cash, and they don't take my money. Y'all, I was mad as a hornet and started crying in the middle of the water bill office. And I thought, what the devil is wrong with me? So I left the water bill office without paying the water bill because they wouldn't take my money. And I went down to the convenience store and I got a money order because I had left my checkbook at the house. And so I go back to the water bill office and I pay the water bill. And I was still so aggravated that I went to the school and I was going to check my daughter out of school and drive to Wyoming. Drive to Wyoming from Virginia. From Virginia. So I called my girlfriend up because I was real upset and I was still emotional and just a crazy ball of nerves. And I said to her, I said, hey, I need you to do something for me. She said, what? I said, talk me out of checking my girl out of school and moving to Wyoming. She said, good Lord, what's in Wyoming? I said, not a soul. I don't even think it's a real place. I said, but I want to go there and get some peace and quiet. She said, girl, go back to your house. She said, are you pregnant? I said, no. And she knew we had been trying to have, a baby. And she goes, go back to your house and just get in the bed and go to sleep. Take a nap, wake up on the right side of the bed. Well, that was good advice. So a couple days later, we go to the Christmas party, and I decided I was going to make the best of it. And then Poppy decided I needed to make a whole lot of it and was serving me martinis left and right and got me a little hooted. Well, the next morning I woke up and he told me to take one of them tests. And I took one of them tests, and sure enough, I was pregnant. And then I was terrified that I had drank so much that we were going to have an abnormal child the whole time. So, because I'm not a drinker. And, well, that night I was. But as a rule, I'm not. And that was a crazy day in my life. Absolutely crazy day. But we got the prettiest little red-headed, green-eyed baby girl out of the whole deal that I wouldn't trade her for a puppy. I wouldn't trade either of them. See, my 16-year-old, he was a bonus. We were not expecting that one. We prayed and prayed and prayed for the red-headed girl. We had no idea we were going to get a 2-for-1, you know. we we weren't even trying, and here we go. And y'all, at that point, I was 42 years old when I had my son. How about two? No, I wouldn't trade her for two puppies. She's kind of cool, and she does dishes when she feels like it. So there's that, you know. And she's kind of cute to look at, and she's really funny. So who would trade that off? I think the coffee is beeping, honey.
It did.
Would you please get me a cup of coffee? Because this whole time I haven't gotten myself a cup of coffee. Okay, I want to show y'all the coffee that I bought. Honey, are you going to do that, dear? Because I need you to bring me the bag too. Because I want to show everybody the coffee I bought. Now, y'all might have seen it already. Your mother had you at 46. Isn't that something? I'll, my grandma used to say children keep you young. That's a lie.
It is a lie.
That's a lie. God love her. She did it out of love and kindness, but it's a lie. Okay, y'all. See this coffee? I don't normally love Starbucks because I think that it can oftentimes be very bitter. But this is very good. It's vanilla lavender limited edition Starbucks mild coffee. It's kind of a medium roast, maybe even a light roast. What do you think, Wesley?
That's a light roast.
He thinks it's a light roast. So, but it's good. Boy, it's good. I enjoyed this a lot. And I got to go get another bag of it. I might have to order a case of it. Because if it's it says limited edition. I don't know how long limited means to Starbucks. So I'm going to have to order some more of it. It's kind of a really nice evening coffee if you drink coffee in the evening.
Honey,
What?
evening coffee of scotch in it.
I don't like scotch. So there. Yeah. Poppy thinks evening coffees have alcohol in them. Your brother, who was born 6 years before you, with my mother's first menopause baby, there was 6 years between my youngest brother and youngest sister. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, now I'll tell you what, I love some Cuban coffee that you make in the little mocha pots. Love it. Love it. But here's the thing. I can't drink it anymore. I get jittery and I feel like my heart's pounding out of my chest.
That's the fun part.
And that's not the fun part to me. Poppy said that's the fun part. Told the youngest of 9 siblings. Wow. Steve, that's awfully cool. See, now, if somebody would have called one of my children my menopause baby, I would have had to punch them in the face. I'm just saying, because I don't think that's nice. People shouldn't be pointing that stuff out. Now, I will, when I had these last 2 kids, they called me what'd they call me? Wait, what was
Advanced maternal age.
advanced maternal age. And I finally told the doctor one time, I said, if you call me that one more time, me and you're going to fight. I said, stop calling me that. Because I wasn't, if I was healthy and young enough to reproduce and grow a human, I wasn't advanced nothing. I was advanced in growing humans, I guess. You know?
We did do it a couple of times.
A couple. I've grown 7 little humans. And now they're all big humans.
Crotch goblins.
Shh. Don't say that. Don't say that. You're about to be banned from my kingdom over here. Should we ban Poppy from my kingdom?
You ban me.
Thank you so much for the coffee. I really appreciate it.
If you ban me from your kingdom, you get to finish the garden all by yourself.
No, I'm not going to finish the garden by myself. You are. Ooh,
It's not that kind of video, honey.
good night, dear. Kisses and hugs. We'll close it.
Only
Y'all.
I know I'm a horrible human.
No, you're just a noisy one.
You knew that when you married me.
Good night, dear.
Man. Good night, everybody.
I don't think this crowd knows Poppy very well. Terry does and Steve does. But I don't think none of my ladies in here knows Poppy very well.
Grumpy old sailor.
Good night, dear.
So what, you gonna pop ugly?
Don't make me poison your food in the morning.
Again?
Now get. Get.
Eat breakfast tomorrow. Yay.
Do what?
That means I get breakfast.
That means you might get breakfast tomorrow. The only way I'll make you breakfast is if you don't snore.
Fine. I have a cat.
Okay. Enjoy your evening, dear. What's the best way to save your dad jokes? In a database. Hey, Renee, how are you doing tonight? Y'all, I sound like I'm going a little bit hoarse, don't I? But yeah, oh shoot, what am I trying to say? God's desire. I like dark coffee too. It's just so difficult for me to drink it at night or anytime during the day, really. It really makes me jittery. I like a good medium roast. And the lower the acid, the better for me. Trying different yarn for your. Oh, what are you going to try, Renee? Were you using the velvet before or the worsted? I forget. I want to say you were using worsted, but that might have been Michelle. You know, I've been thinking about making 2 at a time. Because I've got enough yarn for probably 2. And I could make one for my daughter and then one for my grandson too. Make one normal and one with the strawberries. Oh, this is hot. But I do love that floral. It's a floral coffee. It's got more of floral notes, and I just really like that. I wasn't. I got some velvet today and doing both. Okay, okay. Oh, I can't wait to see it on Friday. Are you coming up with this on Friday? We'll ask Jackie because I would love to see it. I finally got mine squared away. I've got the body done and stuffed. I don't know why I was having such a hard time the other night, but I could not keep it straight. I was frogging and I did the first 3 rows. I frogged it 3 times before I finally kept going, you know. I got some velvet today and doing both. Yeah. Oh, good, 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 good. That'll be fun. I'm hoping I can get quite a few of these soap sacks made. I don't see why I can't, really. It's pretty much the only thing I'm doing this week except Tanner, and that's not going to be till Friday. And if I make number 2, it won't take me but probably an hour to put number 2 together, as far as doing just the tummy or the body. So I've got the rest of the week to work on these. Tomorrow night, I'm going to come on after Let's see what time. No, I've got to watch Miss Peachnut tomorrow night. Wednesday night, I'm going to come on after Jackie's live stream, and I'm going to work on that map, diamond painting, the world map. I've gotten quite far on it, y'all. I mean, not close to halfway. I'm close, but I'm doing the background more than I'm doing the map part of it. I'm doing mostly background. Every now and then I'll get bored and throw a color in there, but I think that'll be fun. The one I'm using now is Dusty Rose with sparkles in it. Oh, I bet that's beautiful. And it's a velvet yarn. Is that you did say that, right? What will I do with the map or the other Triceratops? Velvet. Okay. I thought so. Renee, don't make me go yarn shopping. Goodness, I don't need any more yarn. I wanted to try to not buy yarn this year. Oh, the map. I'm going to have you seen they're like frames, sort of, but there's a rod across the top and a rod at the bottom, and you slide it in there. Somehow it locks in, and then you hang it with it comes with a string, that kind of frame. And I'm going to put it back here where my wood sign is. It's old and tired, and I want something new up there. So I'm going to put it behind me. You ran by Joanne just to see, got some sock yarn and some lightweight stuff. Yeah. The only thing that I'm really upset about is that I can't get my Lucky Brand bamboo from Joanne anymore, and I don't know if it's sold anywhere else. I don't believe it is. I don't believe. Yeah, I thought, well, and it's bigger than that sign right there. I don't know if it's longer this way, but I know it's longer this way. And I think it'll take up more space and look better than what I've got there. Of course, that was fun for a while, but it's a truck with flowers in the back of it, and it says Fresh Flower Market, open daily, seeds and blooms. But me and my daughter did that. Well, I did that one. My daughter did another one. She took me there. I think it was for my birthday or Mother's Day, one of those days. About, I'm going to say at least 6 or 8 years ago. So it's done its time. I was just on the porch and someone walked off with my framing square and my ball hitch. Why was your framing square and your ball hitch on the front porch? Or was it in your truck? I'm having a hard time understanding that. I mean, we already know there's thieves, Oh, and over the weekend they tried to steal a pellet grill. Where? I couldn't live someplace like that. It's time to move, Terry. You need a house with a garage so you can put everything in the garage and keep it safe from thieves. I mean, you've already had your tools stolen and something else. I can't remember what else, but I know it was something. And now this. That's insane. Hey, Denise, how are you doing tonight? Are you working? No, you took them inside when you cleaned up. They came inside your house and tried to steal something. I am so lucky that I live in this little town. I mean, yes, there's thieves here. And there's incidences where people have broken into cars and stolen petty cash out of the change. What do they call it? The consoles, stuff like that. Hey, Scully, how are you doing tonight? Hey, if y'all aren't familiar with Scully, please go over and watch his latest live stream. It was done last night, and it was based on a story that I told him about an incident that happened to me and my family. And I told Scully about it, and he wrote an entire short story based on the information that I gave him and made it so fantastical and so wonderful. It's a gothic short story, and it is wow, just wow. I was so tickled with it. Um, Go on over to Scully Pop and subscribe to his channel. It is an experience like no other on YouTube, truly. He is an author that reads to us, and he reads his own books and stories. Now, he reads other things too, but the ones I especially like are his, the ones he does himself. Those are the ones I really like. I'm glad you're doing well today, because I know it's been hard lately. Believe it or not, me and Scully Pop live in the same town. We never laid eyes on each other, but we live in the same town. Scully, I'm making soap sacks to donate to an organization called SACK, S-A-C-K. It means, oh crap, what does it mean? Hang on, I'll tell you in a second. I can't remember, y'all. Doing something with kindness. Supporting a community with kindness. That's the name of the charity. And a fellow YouTuber is doing a soap sack drive, and she wants 2,500 of them to send to this organization. So I'm just crocheting some to send to her so she can stuff them with soap and then send them off to the organization. And they give them out to different social service organizations or agencies. They give them out to homeless shelters, veteran shelters, all kinds of stuff. I put up a video yesterday about Finneck boxes. Oh, I'm going to have to go watch that. I am. I did not see that video, Renee. Thanks for letting me know that. But anyhow, I'm making these sacks, and I'm not going to make 2,500 of them, but I'm going to make a few and send them to her. Maybe 15, maybe 20, depending on. I figure I'll do it till the end of the week. Just a few here and a few there, and however many I can make till the end of the week, then I'll send them all at the same time. I picked the easiest pattern that they have to do because I wanted to concentrate on quantity and not, I mean, it's quality, but I didn't want it to be super fancy and all, especially if given to a veteran's home. A lot of veterans are men, older veterans, and they don't want some frou-frou stuff, And nobody ever makes stuff for men. They always make stuff for women. And well, as a rule. I'll be back. Gotta check my food. All right. I know you can't see my hands, and I've got to adjust this somehow. What am I doing? Nope, that's not it. I don't have no sense tonight, y'all. You are a United States Marine Corps veteran, and you like foo-foo. And I get that. I totally get it. Oof. And thank you for your service. My husband is a disabled Navy veteran, and yeah, people tell us that all the time. Thank you for your service. They have no clue, do they? It's nice that they say it. Just saw you were live. Hey, Michelle, how are you tonight? I don't want them to thank him. I want them to give him free food on his birthday. And I don't know. Perks, discounts everywhere. Oh, here comes my gimpy son. What do you need now? What do you need, dear? Because the dog is in his bed. Well, you can close the gate if you'd like. Y'all, I'm slurping that coffee because it's still super hot. Can you believe that? I'm sorry if it sounds icky. Because I know I don't care for listening to people slurp, and I apologize. What am I doing? You know what? This is driving me crazy. I got to get this camera right. Because there. Okay. So, Michelle, what are you working on tonight? Anything? Renee is working on another Tanner body, or Tanner in total. Terry, keeping busy is good. That'll help. And more, it's more important to keep your mind busy than your body busy. If your mind is busy, then you're not thinking about it. Does that make sense? But yeah. What is it, dear? Well, my son's trip is coming up soon. What's today's date? The 24th? In 2 weeks. 2 weeks and 2 days. He's going to be going to Washington, D.C. and marching in the Cherry Blossom Festival with his school band. They were invited this time last year, pretty much. And yeah, it's been great. Do you have your music already?
Yeah.
Have you been practicing it?
Yeah.
At home?
No.
Just at school?
Yeah.
He's such a conversationalist, isn't he? I've noticed myself reaching for one, but I think it's just because I'm yeah, it's habit. It's muscle memory, Terry. Muscle memory. Now you got to create other things to do with those muscles. Those trees are beautiful. What trees? What trees? Who's got beauty-muss trees? You couldn't think of. Well, it's when they're in bloom. Yes, they sure are. Oh, yes, they are. They are. I'm sorry, Denise. I was in La La Land because I was watching him put that lemonade powder stuff in his water bottle, and I'm wondering Why are you in here doing that when you know I'm doing a live stream and you're trying to bother me? They were a gift from Japan. Yeah, they are beautiful. We used to live in Virginia, and we'd go every now and then to visit up there, and the cherry blossoms are absolutely fantastic. Go now, please. Please. Don't make me kick that crutch out from underneath you.
I can only hobble so fast.
Well, hobble your silly little broke behind out of here, okay? Go to sleep. Well, you need to go to sleep. And put your medicine in your book bag, your headache medicine. Because I think you just took the last one that was at school today. After the Marines, I lived in Virginia Beach and worked on Dam Neck Naval, but no kidding. We lived in Chesapeake. Poppy was stationed at NOB first. And then I don't remember how many years he spent there. And then we didn't want to leave Virginia, so he got stationed at AIND in Virginia Beach. He was a aviation structural welder. But before that, he got injured on the job, and they let him change jobs. And before he was a aviation structural mechanic and welder, he was a sonar technician on submarines. Hey, Lydia, how are you tonight? Thank you so much for coming in and joining us. And he would go back today if they would let him. He would. He loved it, and I miss Virginia sometimes a whole lot. And part of it is because of the weather. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, almost there. I really enjoyed having all 4 seasons. I enjoyed buying fall clothes and wearing sweaters and blazers and, all the fall stuff, the boots and tights. You can't do that down here. You'd heat to death. Of course, there's a lot of good things about living here too, but I do miss Virginia occasionally. I miss the house I had in Virginia. God, it was amazing. Oops, oops, oops. Sorry, I didn't know that you was on. Oh, no, don't be sorry. You got to do what you got to do. Did you get everything cleaned up, Lydia? Because I haven't. I've done more loads of laundry today than I ever want to see again in my lifetime. But I know I will, because that's what we do. It's what I do. I keep thinking that when the kids move out and it's just me and Poppy, there won't be so much laundry. But that's a lie too, because Poppy goes to work and he has to wear a uniform to work. And then he puts on his regular clothes, and then he puts on his night clothes, and then puts on his weekend clothes, and he goes through more clothes than anybody I've ever known. So he's worse than both the kids put together. However, he does do his own laundry on Sundays, which is really nice. His work clothes, he does them all by themselves so they don't mix with the rest of our clothes. And, you don't want work clothes mixed with regular clothes because they're smelly. They smell like cars and stuff. Electronics. Almost. I need to sit for a little. Well, good. Good. Take that break. I was so glad to see 9 o'clock roll around tonight because I knew I was going to be able to sit down for a little while. I've been up all day. If I wasn't in the garden, I was in the house. The only thing I didn't do was dishes. I mopped the floors. I did the laundry. I cleaned the bathroom a little bit. Wiped it down anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You know, I was going to do it that way, but I think I'm going to do it this way now. There. Sometimes it seems like Monday is kind of a silly day to do live streams because, nobody likes Mondays. Monday's not the party day or the everybody's relieved because they don't have to go to work the next day. Everybody hates Monday, I think. I don't though. I mean, I'm retired, so what do I got? I don't hate Monday. I'm just glad to be here for it. But sometimes I wonder if it's not a mistake to do my live streams on Mondays. But I will say this, I enjoy it a whole lot. So maybe that's all that counts. Yeah, just another day. Yeah. For me it is anyway. I know a lot of folks, they don't look at it that way. Oh, it's Monday. Everything bad happens on Monday. No, it don't. No, it don't. Okay. These are so much bigger than the ones I made. And I like the size of these a lot. I mean, my goodness, look, you fit your whole hand in there. I really like that because it gives I don't know, I just really like it. It's simple and functional, and I love simple and functional. I'm a huge fan of it. Um, I like my house to be simple and functional. I don't like a lot of clutter. Um, Simple suits me right down to the ground. There's a few lives going on right now. Oh, I didn't realize that. Are they crochet folks? Well, shoot, let me ask y'all this. Would y'all prefer it if I kept 9 o'clock as my live stream time, or should I go on a little bit later? I mean, because y'all are the viewers and y'all are the ones that, I'm just trying to cater to what everybody else wants. Honestly, my time is my own after 9 o'clock normally. Um, Sometimes my kids and my husband will come in here and try to harass me a little bit, but and I say harass in it's a term of endearment, okay? Um, but for the most part, my time I can do anything I want to. Jessica and John, that group, today is John's birthday. Oh, yes. You know what? Mona told me about that the other day. I feel like 9 is a good time too. And that's kind of why I picked it, because usually at 9 my family, they go in their room, my kids do, and they're talking to their friends or playing video games or trying to sleep, one or the other. And Poppy gets up real early in the morning to go to work. So, he goes to bed early too. Oh, and you're off tomorrow. Very nice. Very nice. I like that. I used to love my days off. Gosh, those were the days. Of course, I used to like to work 2, 3, 4, 5. I worked in a mortgage office. I was the office manager for a mortgage company, and that was such a fun job. I really enjoyed it. Okay, I'm gonna have to count here for a minute. 1, 2, and after that, I won't have to count no more, I don't think. See how quick these are to make up, though? I don't know why everybody can't just make 20 or so of these and just send them off. Do a good deed. Do something nice for other folks. Always makes you feel good when you do something nice for somebody else, you know? Oh, you were a mortgage banker for 20 years. Oh, wow, that's awesome. I love that job. Now, I wasn't the mortgage person, you know, but I enjoyed it so much. And I learned so much about, you know, underwriting and how mortgages are done and all of that stuff. It was something new every day, you know. It wasn't boring at all. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Before that, I didn't work for a long time. I was raising kids and but before that job, I was oh gosh, y'all, this was the worst job I ever had in my whole life. I was an operator at Southern Bell. Remember when they had 411 and they'd ask you what city? That was me. That was me. God, I hated that job. It was the most mind-numbingly boring, non-stimulating job. A trained monkey could have done that job. Securitization of mortgages. Yeah. Okay. On the capital market side. Wow, that must have been a fascinating job. Wow. Um, you know, if I had to do my life all over again, I would have either gone into finance or medical school. One of the two. Um, I would have been a rheumatologist or a internal medicine doctor, something like that. And if I thought I was going to live long enough, I'd probably go try to do it now. But I don't think I'm healthy enough. Our whole family is finance people. I love the numbers. I love, you know, I don't. I play in the stock market a little bit. I try to play smart. I don't take money out. I put money in. Um, but I love to watch it. I love to talk about it. I love to listen to it on the radio. I love everything about it. It's better than politics by a long shot. But then again, politics do affect, you know, finances and I don't want to get into politics on the channel. I'm just saying one thing always affects another, basically is what I'm saying. Everything that goes on in the world today and every day before today has been affected by, or the finance has been affected by it. So there's that. Uh-oh, what did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, did it right. It is married to politics. It is. It is. You're right. Um, and it's fascinating little symbiotic relationship that they have there, you know? Shoot, if times would have been different, the economy would have been different in the 70s. Jimmy Carter would have been known as a wonderful president. Now you just homeschool your grandson. That's a lot of work too. Oh, that is a lot of work too. I did that for a while with my grandson until well, He was a special circumstance. He, he's such a hoot. My daughter had another meet and greet. You know, she's running for the alderman, which is the city council in our little town. And she did a meet and greet on the sidewalk downtown this weekend. And of course, I go to these things because I just want to be there and support her. I don't really have a dog in the because I can't vote for her. We don't live in the same district. You're old school. I teach putting him exactly. That kind of gets to what I'm going to tell you. So as soon as I got there to the event, I saw my grandson and my granddaughter. My granddaughter comes over. She's giving me this big hug, and he was behind her waiting to give me a hug. And I looked at him and I said, "What's the matter, buddy?" And tell by his eyes he'd been crying. And he just grabbed me and hugged my legs. And I said, "You doing all right?" He said, "Yes." And I said, "You ready? You want to go on a dinosaur hunt? Let's go see if we can find some dinosaurs." So I took him by the hand. And of course, his sister had to join in. She wanted to go dinosaur hunting too. And I told their daddy, I said, "Look, I'm going to take them off. And that way they won't get in trouble for being kids." So we went walking through town looking for dinosaurs. And y'all, we were at this restaurant and there was a dumpster there. Thankfully, it was mostly empty because it wasn't smelly. But in front of this dumpster, someone had spilled, or maybe they had tried to throw away, you know, those beads that you buy from Walmart that you put in plants or you put them in fish bowls and they're all colorful and beautiful. Well, somebody had spilled some. Well, he decided those were dinosaur eggs, and he started collecting them. So I kept telling him, you know, he's 4.5. In fact, he'll be 5 in July. But I am still worried sometimes that he'll put things in his mouth. And so every time he'd pick one up, I'd say, "Here, Granny, I'll hold it for you. I'll keep it safe." And I'd put it in my pocket. And I'd get another one. I put it in my pocket. Finally, we got back. He said he was thirsty, so I wanted to get him a drink. So we went back around to the event. And I reached in my pocket and I handed a bunch of those beads to his mom. I said, "Here, save them dinosaur eggs for Oliver." She looked at me like I had two heads. I said, "Look, I told you we were going to go hunt for dinosaurs. We found some eggs. We didn't find no dinosaurs, but we found eggs." I said, "Oliver will tell you all about it when you get home." But I love messing with them like that. And I try to spark their imagination by just making stuff up and doing it. And it's so much fun. And they need that because their parents tend to flop them in front of a screen a lot. And I know that both parents are busy, and I know that times are different now than they used to be. But I think one of the reasons that our generation um, is as resourceful as we are, and you have to admit, Gen X is a resourceful generation. So are the boomers, very resourceful people. And I think the reason is because we had to use our imagination. You know, we had to sometimes make do with what we had. Uh, I remember when I was a kid, me and my girlfriend were out. Now we were probably 11 or 12. We had plenty of toys inside. We had bikes. We had all the things. But we decided we were playing some kind of game and using the weeds in the yard in the game. And I don't even remember all the details or anything, but we were using these big tall weeds and we were weaving them together and making little mats and things like that. Shoot. Oh, he's 14 now. Wow. And you've taught him for 5 years. That's got to be very rewarding. I only taught mine for about a year and a half until he got kicked out of the Montessori school twice. Yep, that's my baby. But he also is a special needs boy, and they just were not equipped to handle his behavior issues. So I did. And the funny thing is, and I know kids are not going to act the same way at home as they do other places, but I never had those kind of problems with him. He was never disrespectful to me or violent with me in any kind of way, but he would be to those teachers. And I used to tell his mama, I'm like, okay, I don't have that problem with him. You don't have that problem with him. What are they doing to him to make him so angry? And because he couldn't speak at the time, he couldn't say anything. And he would get really frustrated. And I'm just like, what are they doing to him that's making him react that way? Who knows? Still don't know. I know he's going to pre-kindergarten now, and he's doing much, much better. In fact, the last time I saw him before the event this weekend, she picked me up to go somewhere with her, and he was in the back seat of the car. And I said, "Hey, dude, how you doing?" He says, "I had a great day today." What? I'm not used to hearing him say sentences. And that was a big one. So it was fun. We spent a lot of time in occupational and pediatric neurology. Yeah, okay. And see, he has speech and occupational and play therapy. Um, yeah, it's a mess. But it is what it is. And all we can do is what we can do for him, and have hope. Have hope that things will get better and that he will be a self-sufficient individual one day, hopefully. No idea where my camera. Oh, there it is. Y'all, I didn't even know where my camera was on my phone till just then. Oh, no. I made a mistake. Here we go. What? Jeez. Okay, I give up. No, I don't. He could now do algebra and speak French. Oh, wow. Good for you. You did that. You and him together did that. My goodness. Well, my little grandson can slay dragons and find dinosaur eggs. We slay dragons a lot too. And we whistle for horses, and he pretends to ride them. He jumps on their imaginary backs and just goes all over the backyard with them. And that's why I believe too, one day he's going to be a resourceful young man. Even if he can't talk a whole lot. That's okay. Look, he can't talk like the rest of us, but he can sure get his point across anytime he wants to. And that's what I love about him. He's persistent and persuasive. Hi, Chloe. How are you doing tonight? Where did Miss Peachnut go? She was supposed to read that email I sent her. She might have. I just haven't been able to look at my email yet. Um, I got some really cool seeds this weekend while I was look, every time I would go to look for my blueberry bushes, because we went to 4 different places before we finally found them an hour away, and then it was too late to go out there and get them, so we had to wait till the next day. Y'all, I picked up seeds everywhere I went. It was ridiculous. So I got let me see, I'll show y'all because my hands are getting tired. This one I already had. This is let me move myself. We'll take a little crochet break. This is a mango melon. I had that already. I got that in the mail last week. Okay, I got these Blue Lake stringless beans, pole beans, and some Kentucky blue pole beans. And look at this. I don't know if I've ever seen this. It's called black opal basil. And I cannot wait to grow that. Kids are like popcorn. They pop in their own time. Yes, they certainly do. And they sure do. This is Genovese basil. I got all these different kinds of basils because what I'm going to do, oh, and cinnamon basil. That one I'm excited to grow because I've heard that it smells like big red gum. Remember that cinnamon gum? And I don't know if y'all saw these last time, but these are my chocolate cherry sunflowers, and those are going to be fantastically gorgeous. I already had those. And I already had these. I don't know if y'all remember. This is Rubenza Cosmos. And this is Apricota Cosmos. I had these already too. Then, oh, my zucchini squash. It's a Italian type. My friend wanted a snowman, and so I'm making it for her. Oh, good for you. I used to grow a lot, but not much now, just pretty things. See, and I like to have pretty things and food. My carrots. These are great summertime carrots. It's called New Kuroda, Kuroda. And what they do is they're so big that they loosen your soil for you. Because when you pull them out, there's just huge spots. And also they taste good in the summertime. They don't get as bitter as a normal carrot would. They're still sweet and the texture is very fine. So if you want to grow summertime carrots, these are the ones. Candy roaster squash, there's that. Now, I bought that white cucumber. It's called White Wonder. I'm very excited. I wanted one of these last year. Couldn't find the seeds. Now I have them. That's a good thing. And then my husband's favorite, but a miniature version of it. It's a Peter Pan patty pan squash. And it's an F1 hybrid. And it says a miniature patty pan that is meatier. So there's not as much seed in it. Peter Pan is light green, contains sweet, delicious flavor. Each fruit is 2.5 by 7.5 centimeters, which is 1 to 3 inches, and can be picked over a period of time. They're one of the best scallop squash varieties on the market. We shall see, won't we? So that's what I got. Let me see. Did I get? Yep, that's that. Plus, I went and picked up my tomatoes, my cucumbers. I got some bush cucumbers to put in grow bags. And what else? Eggplant, cucumbers, tomatoes. Oh, I got a cantaloupe. 3 of them. I got peppers. I got, what did I get? Poblano, Anaheim, bells, and I think bananas, banana peppers. So I don't like really, really spicy hot peppers. Well, I don't know if I like them or not because when I eat one, I can't taste anything else except for my face burning off. So there's that. You wish you had room for all of those plants or the flowers, or I'm sorry, just a garden in general. Yeah, yeah. Well, I consider myself very lucky to have the garden that I have, even though right now it's kind of torn up and under construction, but it'll be done soon, and then I'll get back on track with it. I can't promise anything will grow because, like I said, I'm late, and being late in the South is can be very detrimental because if you don't beat the heat with your garden, you're going to lose everything from the heat. Um, I love banana peppers. Yeah, I love it, and I like to pickle them. Oh my goodness, they're so good pickled. I don't like the way this is looking. Let's pull it back just a little. Maybe y'all can see my coffee now. Um, I wish Jackie was here. Who else crochets in here on YouTube? Because you know what? I'm trying to figure out how people get a camera that looks like it's looking right down on top of them. Because this stand that I have will not do that. It will not come over me like this. And it does have a bar on it, but well, I'm going to try something if y'all don't mind for a minute. I'm going to experiment a little bit with this. I'm going to pull it up here, and then I'm going to pull it out here, and then, oh, fiddlesticks, what happened? Okay, I see. Part of it came apart. Okay, now, if I turn this, well, see, that's the problem, though. It's right in my way, see? And that's as tall as it goes. Oh, wait. But then, at least you can see what I'm doing, even though there's a phone in my face, right? Let me see. Well, you can see my coffee too. Cheers. I'll pull it over this way a little bit more. And then I'll do this. There. Look at that. Okay. So I need to get one of these only taller so that I can have it above my head and not in my face. Maybe. It looks a lot better, doesn't it? I've been trying to figure out how to get it done, but like I said, kind of look funny with a phone in my face. Can I put what? Yeah, I can put it on a tripod, but I'm not sure how it would. And the thing is with StreamYard, you can't zoom in and zoom out. You get what you get and you don't pitch fit, At least look, okay, I could be completely wrong about that. Um, and that I'm just speaking out of ignorance. But I have not found a way to zoom on StreamYard. If any of you know how, please share that information with me. What you doing, Dinah girl? You ready to go outside? You ready to go outside? Guess not. She just walked away from me. You probably have to do that on the device, maybe a remote. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. And probably I'll have to use StreamYard through another program too, so that I can have control over what it does, like OBS or something like that. And I just don't have enough power on my computer to be able to use that. You probably have to do that on the device, maybe. Yeah. Right. And my little Chromebook is not going to run OBS. It would have a stroke. No, not a half. Well, it's taken me an hour and 45 minutes to crochet 3 of these. That seems a little bit lame, doesn't it? It should not take me that long to do 3 soap sacks. Let me go ahead and bring up the website that, let's see. Let's do this. Okay. I'm going to make it one big screen. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're not bothering me a bit. Let me do this. No, I didn't want to move myself. Oh, for the love of Pete. Hang on. Yes, I did. I'm trying to switch it. That's what I'm trying to do here. Now what? Okay, this one. And then remove. Okay, now I know why. Well, that was silly. I just went through all that for nothing. I went live on Facebook and I was playing baseball and I couldn't find the bat. And so I used a stick made of plywood and hit the ball so hard it broke it out. Good grief. Well, anyhow, I just went through that webpage. It is called soapsacks.com. Go over there and check it out if you're interested in donating. Also, Creative Grandma, who is also a crocheter in the community. She's a lot bigger crocheter than I am. Okay. She's got it going on. And she has her grandson helping her do her channel, and he's doing a really good job too. So I'm going to be sending my sacks to her. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to be sending my sacks to her, and that way she can get her 2,500 soap sacks donated. People have already sent her over 2,500 bars of soap, and now she just needs these to go, to go with the soaps. I don't know how in the world she's going to send all that soap to this organization. It's got to be thousands of pounds of soap. Can you believe that? So anyhow, I'm almost done my 2 hours, y'all. I've enjoyed it so much, and I'm so glad that you all came and joined me tonight. Thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream. I'll be back Wednesday night at around 9 o'clock this time, maybe 10, somewhere between 9 and 10. And y'all come back and see me then. I will be working on my diamond painting. And yeah, everybody have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you again real soon. All right. Hmm. Hmm. I don't think I turned it off. Did I turn it off? Oh, those sticks. End stream. There we go.